we will take God's law given to us and we will put you on the cross. That's what we do. He says, but I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. For the desires of the flesh are against the Spirit, and the desires of the Spirit are against the flesh. Most of us have probably heard this many times. For these are opposed to each other to keep you from doing the things you want to do. But he says this in verse 18, if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. Interesting that he says that. Yes, yeah. Paul's theology is that being under the law, when he talks about under the law many times, it refers to the way in which you justify yourself by works. And then when you try and do that, you come under the condemnation of God because you can't actually achieve that. In fact, we human beings are really, really smart. We can use God's law to sin. We will take God's law given to us and we will put you on the cross. That's what we do. That's what religion does. This is when we use the law to justify all sorts of things because human beings have to always be right. In other words, you will be like God, getting to decide for yourself what's good and evil. Jesus himself, we said, he's evil. He's like the serpent we must put on the cross because he refuses to obey God's laws. So we will murder him. Even though God's law says don't murder him, right? We will still do that because we get to decide even how to apply God's laws.